Check out. Ok, ja. Dime Ronaldinho. Siendo una leyenda lo sabía desde niño. Fácil en cariño. Comiendo el almuerzo me faltaba el aliño. ¿Por qué no frontea, mini? Si tú tienes porte te lo juro no eres fea. Flow duro como un Lamborghini. Solo a las cosas como quieres y donde sea. Somos leyenda, 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 leyendas vivas. Somos leyenda, 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 leyendas vivas. La gente pone las reglas para que los otros las sigan. Afuera, afuera esa gente que siempre tiene esa manía. Somos Somos las leyendas vivas.
Okay. Enough of that. Enough of that. We don't need that in our lives right now. That's all I'm saying. We had enough problems as it was. So hopefully there's audio. Hopefully there's video. Hopefully, whatever. Hopefully, I don't know what I'm hoping for because my best hopes are always the ones that don't come through, Larry.
Well, I see you and I hear you loud and clear, and you look really good, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think. Well, I was going to say I'd like to think I always look good, but that just isn't going to play. That's just not going to work. But listen here. Before I go any further, and also before this stinking daggone freaking ice cube melts, I just want you to take a look at this. I don't know if you can see this or not. Just take a look at that.
I can see that.
That came from my homeboy, who ain't no chump, and my homegirl, who ain't no chump, Arnold and Dana Kump. 50th birthday present. They took this to the ice bar on the Norwegian breakaway and froze it for me so that we could share a drink with the ship show ice cubes. Only problem is, like me, Arnold didn't quite make it in time before they melted, so I had to give it away. But here's to you.
That was one nice 50th birthday gift. I saw that when you got it, and I was like, now that was cool. That was super cool.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. And that wasn't the only great gift I got. Let me just be completely honest there. But I don't want to wax poetic for too long on it because then I'll end up, you know what I mean, not acknowledging someone, and then I just don't want to hurt any feelings. And so I just have to say that some of the gifts, all of the gifts that I received, just so heartfelt and like so genuine, like perfect gifts. I can't thank y'all enough. It was just absolutely outstanding. Outstanding.
How did you like your gift on Saturday at around 12 o'clock?
Oh, well, that was another unexpected gift. I'm sitting here trying to finish the video that is uploading now when I get a call from Larry.
Well, first of all, though, I texted you because I was trying to get you out of your room and into the lobby so I could surprise you. And they're like, well, there was a little rumor that Jimmy came out on Friday night a little bit and ran into the birds. Got into our hotel, came down the elevator, the doors open, and there's the birds. And I wanted to spend the whole damn day with them, which was amazing. But they're like, I don't know if they're going to be up and about just yet. So finally, we tracked down Jamie and Sharon at Cafe Beignet, surprised them, and then finally we're on Bourbon Street, and I've got a big-ass beer or two going already, and I'm like, I'm just going to call them.
Well, funny you say
that. You answered, and I said, hey, mother clucker, what are you doing?
And what did I say? Just tell them the truth. What did I say?
I'm in this room editing this damn video I want to get done. And he's like,
yeah, but then what did I say?
Well, then I said, you're like, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm just having a big ass beer and a cigar on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, but then what did I say? What did I have you do?
Oh, you had me call you back.
Right. I did it for the vlog, right? I'm like,
Right.
Wait a minute, dude. You gotta call me back. We have to reenact this surprise so I can get it on video. But the funny part was that I called Jamie and I was like calling him so I could kind of set up the shot, thinking you would call any moment. And I talked to Jamie for a while and like he totally played it cool. You know what I'm saying? And yes. I was like, huh, that's odd. You're just going to do me like that, huh?
Well, so when I surprised him, and I've got it, I'd send it to you today. Gina Bird filmed it. I came up, he was vlogging outside Cafe Beignet, and I tried to get into it. I tried to get into the vlog, but he just cut it off. And he turned around, saw me, and his famous words that he used with you, he said,
oh my gosh, I saw it.
He said, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Exactly like that. What are you doing here? That was it.
So typical. So typical. And the look on his face was the same. And he's like, is this another Wanda Perlman situation?
He's like, are you pulling a Wanda Perlman? Are you cruising with us?
Well, Larry,
I would have. I did. I really wish we could have. But it was super fun surprising you on your 50th birthday. And then you got another great surprise at midnight with a special dance and song.
Well, special dance and song. Well, okay. Well, I got two special dances and a song. I got a kick and a stretch because I'm 50. I got that. But then I also got some rando who walked right up in front of us and basically made peanut butter right in front of us when he did the splits, just like wha-bam, smack, right onto the asphalt, right in front of us. You know what I'm talking about. We were out there on the bleachers having a stogie.
Oh, yes. I do remember that now. Yes.
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 Yeah. Would you look at that? Oh,
yeah.
Crazy Cat Traveler, thank you. She says, meowie, belated birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Larry, I am quite certain. This is not hyperbolistic. This is not me trying to talk it up. I really feel as though I celebrated my 50th birthday better than anyone has celebrated their 50th birthday in the history of 50th birthdays. Let's just say that.
Wow.
And as you could tell by my voice, it's still not there. Now, I'm not exactly certain that that was from my birthday because it was, I had no idea I would be begawking as much as I did throughout the week. And honestly, I'm so glad that I did. You know what I mean?
Well, at that time, we were out on the bleachers and we were having cigars. And then we had these total strangers come up and they joined in on the fun. It was super fun. And then I think it's about time to call it a night. And you're like, all right, we're meeting John Casabona down on Bourbon Street. Let's go. I don't even know what time we got back. I have no idea. All I do remember is whatever time I got back, right before that, you're like, well, we're leaving tomorrow. I'm like, all right, I'll meet you for breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, and guess who didn't meet me for breakfast?
That was not happening. It wasn't in the cards. I had too many big-ass beers before you got there.
Well,
huge-ass beers. I'm sorry.
Well,
huge-ass beer.
Speaking of huge-ass beers, let me just say, and hello to, that's, dude. Hey, Luna, why don't you zip it over there, Doodles? Watching me on the mic at Paradise Beach Club. Yes, I was hot fire. Except for the fact that I wasn't on the sticky daggone freaking mic. Except for a second. When I just said, man, I was wondering when he was going to put that down. But put it this way. I forgive you, Larry, for not being there. It was crazy. There were shots flying everywhere. And what's up, Michael Anto Giovanni? We stayed across the street from there after we got off the ship, right across from Big Ass Beers or whatever it's called.
Huge ass beer.
And that lasted a grand total of 4 hours before we changed rooms. Wasn't my choice. I had big plans of like a time lapse that started in the party and then all the way through the cleanup. But, you know, it happens. It happens. Stella wasn't having it, and by God, that's okay. That is
I got to tell you, when I saw that you checked into that hotel and you walked out the door, right, huge ass beer, I had major jealousy going on. I was like, now that's where to stay. Our place wasn't bad, but nothing like rolling out your front door and you're right in the heart of all of it.
Well, I know what you're saying. And I, you know, on some level that's true. However,
not when you've got your daughter there.
Yeah, well, not only that, but the scene was a bit wild. How about that?
Was the guy standing on his head still?
No, but I'm pretty sure he was still urinating.
What about Darth Vader? He's still there.
No, he wasn't there. But yeah, I don't know why the chat's not working. But you know, it is what it is. It's you know what's funny is the chat's working in this other software, which is absolutely hilarious.
I'm trying to stay up on it, but I don't see so well. But yeah. I will tell you this. So it was great being there. It was great surprising you, great surprising Jamie. We had so much fun that day. With the birds.
Yes.
We wound up went to probably the cleanest place on Bourbon Street, the Hard Rock. By far one of the cleanest places. And it was a great place.
You're absolutely right on that one.
It was a great place to just kind of sit down for a while. And then other people started coming in. And I had texted Larry Brandhorst and said we were there, and surprised Diane when she came in, and the Cries came in. These people are like so awesome, and Mary Barkley comes in. We had a great time at the Hard Rock. It was really, really awesome.
How about the lady while we were live that was just like, "Hey, I'm watching you live."
Yeah, at the end of down the bar. Yes.
And, you know, God bless her. I got to tell you, Larry, I mean, the whole first 2 days was amazing. There's no doubt about that. And, well, okay, I have to get this out of the way. I tried to find a red stripe on not only embarkation day, but even in the ports and even after, and could not find a red stripe to drink in your honor the whole stinking daggone freaking time.
Well, so you could have had a Schlitz.
Well, okay. They got Schlitz on board. I guess I should have known.
No, I don't believe they do. No, I do not. But you and Jamie gave me the best toast ever with the dirty martini, so you made up for it.
Yeah, well, there was a joke with that one too. We were like, well, should we just do keep doing just a bunch of videos, and we'll do them like right side up instead of sideways, and see if we get his attention. Actually, I think Schlitz was an upcharge, Erica. I'm pretty sure Schlitz was an upcharge.
So it was great. I will say this, that we were able to stay. We didn't fly home till Tuesday night. And so I just quickly did a bunch of research on all different places. And I had a list that was a mile long. And we got to Tuesday at around 3:00.
Yep.
And we had literally done everything on the list. I mean, we went to so many places, did so many things. I could tell stories for hours and hours. All I will say, it was Melissa had her fortune told, and we just, you name it, we did it. We went.
Wait, where did she get her fortune told outside in Jackson Square?
No, it was right off on the corner on Bourbon Street, down a ways. It was down a little bit. So I'm just saying this right now. I don't have problems with any people whatsoever, but she was having her fortune told, and I said, I'm just going to go in this bar right here, give you a little privacy. So I go in the bar.
God knows you need your privacy when you're getting your fortune told. You didn't want to hear the guy say, hey, this ain't the one. I get it. I'd rather not hear it than, just pretend.
It was, she actually, when she came back to me, she's like, she talked about, she did the cards, and she's like, she brought up like 10 things that like were so accurate, it was scary. So anyway, I'm in this bar, and I walk in, I had to pee so bad. And all these places, they like try to get you to buy a drink the moment you walk in the door before you can use their bathroom. This one, I just barged in, go to the bathroom. I didn't notice anything. I had to go so bad. And I sit at the bar, and I ordered a Miller Lite. And the guy came, and I'm not exaggerating, he gave me a stack of napkins this tall. It was
for what?
It was a good 12 inches.
For what?
12 inches. So all of a sudden I look around, and I was like, oh boy. Not that I have a problem with it, but there were no females in there. And I was one of the few males with a shirt on. I'm sitting there, and they played Love is in the Air. And when they sang Love is in the Air, everybody threw their napkins in the air.
Oh, my.
Melissa came over, and she's like, why are there napkins everywhere outside this bar on Bourbon Street? It was actually a lot of fun. I actually was really fun in there. We just did so many things. We did, we went to voodoo places. She bought books. She bought voodoo dolls. We went to vampire bar. We went to this vampire shop, and the guy handed us a card and said, because you bought something here, there's a speakeasy that this code on this card
really
get you into. Yes. I can go on and on. We had an absolutely amazing time. I will tell you this also.
Wow. Wait, fun fact. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Did you know the trolley doesn't run in front of the Hard Rock because of the construction collapsed the street?
What?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised about that because we did a tour and they just said, listen, we'll never have nice roads because we're completely underwater. So the water's constantly flowing.
Yeah, they're 6 feet below sea level.
Yeah, and they're sinking. That's what they keep saying. They're sinking. Well, I mean, why do they keep building stuff if they're sinking? That's what I want to know. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
So we did the St. Louis Cemetery. We actually went there the one day, and we found out you have to take, the only way you can do it is take a tour. So we went back the next day, did that. We went to that area that's got the mansions with it. We went to another cemetery that was over that way. Of course, Jackson Square many times. We took the paddle boat for a daytime cruise, which was super fun. I can just go on and on. I mean, when I made the list, I was like, we'll be lucky to get half of this stuff done. And literally, we did everything plus a bunch of stuff. When you guys left, I will say this, though, everything definitely died down when it became like Sunday and Monday night. But Bourbon Street never stops. I mean, it's still hopping, but it was nothing like Saturday night.
Well, I mean, we bring the party, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
Somebody mentioned, did I find a good bathroom song? What? I can't remember that story from the live stream, but
I don't remember that one. All
right, I'm giving up on the chat, but whatever. I've been trying to get the chat to show up down below, but I want to get into this. I want to break it down. I want to do this. So New Orleans was the chisel, and I'm certain that the chisel is here. But that cruise, for all of you in the chat who are here that were on that cruise, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I mean, where do you begin? I don't know where to begin, but I will say this. The cruise community is strong. There is no doubt about that. We've known that forever. But one thing that was reinforced throughout this cruise, the coop is strong. Y'all are the best. And not just, we have an extended family with the Sharon at Sea travel people as well. But that we have a community that, kind of makes a good goulash together, if that makes any sense. A coop soup, if I may. And boy, that was one heck of a week with the people that, that have done group cruises with us before. And we had some moments. We had some really, really cool moments. The coop soup moment, which I think was shown in the ship show group earlier by myself, was one of them. But there was another. How you doing, Tony from La Lita Loca? There was another. I'm standing there talking to Raphael, right? And all of a sudden, I hear out of the corner of my little ear the Pina Colada song. And I said to myself, this is a sign. Stop what you're doing. You have to answer the call. I said, Raphael, I'll be right back. And I beelined it across the ship. And I'll be a suck egg mule if there weren't like 12 people in the hot tub just jamming out. And I said, I heard the call. I am here. And they were all just getting down in Escape Town. It was amazing. That was another really cool moment. I could
one
list
of 29 of you, 29 in there at one time.
Well, that was Coop Soup. This was a whole separate occasion.
Oh.
All right. They were throwing down. It was great. And you know what I'm saying? We had some moments. It was awesome. But then, man, I met so many people, and it was really, I'm not going to say overwhelming. I'm going to say unexpected, because you know me, I love the community. I love interacting with them, but I had no idea how many people were going to come up to me and say, well, hey, are you the Bagat guy? But then there were a lot of people who were like, hey, are you Rooster? And it was like, wow. And for the most part, a lot of people, I would always say, hey, what's your last name? They would tell me their first name. I can make the connection to the last name if we've had some sort of interaction. You know what I mean? If not, but still, there were quite a few people that said, I'm more of a lurker. I watch the show. I don't comment much, And then, interestingly enough, there were people, Jamie Wilhite, wait a second. You know what? It's so true. I laughed and I cried on this cruise. I actually cried 3 times. 2 of the times were when somebody asked me about my daughter and her wedding, what her wedding song was going to be, and forget about it. I can't even say the name of the song without becoming a hot mess. But the other time was a little bit more private. I won't say that, but it was like it was even that was a cool moment, a special thing. But I was overwhelmed with some of the well wishes and but I'm gonna try and keep it to like some of the key points in my head. I met so many cool people, creators and non-creators alike, that were like so cool. Meeting like okay, for example, and this is the truth. When I saw TX Pepito for the first time, I was starstruck. Literally, like to me, like TX Pepito was like an OG. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was starstruck to meet Pepito. He may not believe that, but it's true. And the same for Chris Gu. The same for Chris Gu. Like, I can't explain it, but those were two people that I met, and I was like, oh, wow. Like, oh, my gosh. But I also had some funny moments, right? Where I'm in the elevator, and I just asked the lady, I said, hey, how are you doing? And she said, well, I got hurt today, and I was getting out of the hot tub. I fell. I spent the last couple hours in medical, but I'm okay, it just hurts, whatever. And we were talking and we were walking, and we got to where we were checking in for dinner. And I said, well, you're welcome to join us if you'd like. And she said, sure, I would love to. That way, I don't have to eat alone this evening because her plans got messed up. So we shared the most, it was a real special meal because we didn't really know each other, right? So it was like sitting there getting to know someone, and it was really cool. It was just me, Kelly, Stella, and her. I'm not going to say her name, but unless she's here and she wants me to, but it was an awesome meal. And but the funny part, it's not even funny. It's actually a good feeling because, and I experienced this on this cruise, and I'm not going to go into detail, but there is a reputation that precedes me that is my own, I'm not going to say fault, but is my own doing, which is understandable for some. But as most people who know me would tell you, it's not true. And this lady came up to me and she said, we were sitting next to you at dinner when you were with that, having dinner with the lady last night. And I just want you to know that I've never been a subscriber, but after kind of watching you, you are such a nice young man. And I was like, thank you very much. That she got me in the subcockles. I didn't say that to her, but
Did you go up and do the kick and say, I'm 50?
You know what? If I would have done that, she would have said, dang it. I should have just kept my mouth shut. But, that was, cool, special moment. I was on stage for the, I know, Pam, young man.
Okay.
I get it. I was on stage for the Q&A. That was fun. That was interesting. I was also the guy, smiley guy for the first Q&A where I was running around with the microphone and stuff where people had questions and stuff. That was pretty cool too. I think John's reputation is that his energy never drops below 10 and he never sleeps. That may be the case, and that's more than likely true. However, I digress. Let's talk about Coop Soup.
Well, I have to tell you this. So
Coop Soup. COOPSOUP. Coop Soup. All right, that's all I'm going to say on that. But Coop Soup, the most amazing thing. They come out on the radio or on the thing. Thank you, Tony. I hope you're talking to me. But they come out on the speaker and they say, we're not going to make it into Costa Maya. Or no, not Costa Maya, Harvest K.
Belize.
Yeah, Harvest K. And I was laying in bed when they said it, and I was like, this ship is a bad word. And
stinker.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Yes, this ship is a stinker. And, you know, I put a post out in our group, and I said, because when we were on the breakaway before, as the people who were on the breakaway before knew, we couldn't get, I don't know. Well, Lolo Dash, you may be right on that too. So, but I am a diva. That's true. But the people who were on the breakaway previously, we just made the best out of it without a plan, but somehow ended up in the hot tub every day. And it became a thing. So I said, hey, hot tub party at noon. Who's in? There were lots of people in. You know what I'm saying? We made a soup of the finest ingredients. It was an amazing day. Dare I say, the best day. And that's why I say the cruise community is strong. And there's a community as a whole. Oh, look, Leanne's here. Okay, she's here. Leanne, thank you. I truly, truly enjoyed that meal. It was really special to me because, you know, it's not a lot of times I get to sit down and have dinner and get to know someone. And I got to know you. I got to hear your story. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. That was a highlight of the cruise for me. So I'm glad to see you're here. Hopefully our future shenanigans don't scare you away, but by God, it truly was an awesome evening. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing better.
Did you make her eat oysters?
What's that?
Did you make her eat oysters?
No, they didn't have oysters in the main dining room, but I will say that, dude, the food was stellar. It was stellar.
And you are like a tough critic.
Oh, trust me, I'm tough to please. And the food was stellar. And
that's awesome.
I wasn't even afraid to eat in the main dining room. Like it was like I didn't even worry about getting specialty dining after my two were up because Claywood, you're right. I was almost there. I got it together. But I was like, hey, we're doing fine. Now, listen, the stupid hat rule's got to go. I get it. I understand it. And for the people who are out of touch that just say hats, no hats in the MDR. Who raised you? Were you raised in a barn? I say, suck it. You want to wear a baseball hat? Maybe not. I wear classy hats, and my hat is less offensive than my hair, okay? Look at it. Just look at it.
That looks pretty good.
Look at it.
I like that. Part it down the middle.
But honestly, the Sharon C. Travel says we were shocked when John praised the food. I loved it. I'm not going to lie. They did.
Often.
They did enforce the hat rule one night, and I abided by it. But as I was walking out, I put it on, and I said, "What you gonna do? Kick me out?" to the server? And I winked at him and said, "I'm just kidding." But it was cool. It was great.
So I was going to tell you, I knew you, Tony, Sharon, Jamie, and these other people that have big channels. I knew you were in trouble. So literally, we flew in.
Big trouble.
We both had carry-on, so we got to the hotel pretty quickly. They had a room ready for us. We go to the room, literally dropped the stuff off, and we were like ready to start. And we, like I said before, come off the elevator. We were on floor 2, went down to 1, doors open. There's the birds. And we started talking to them. They were like surprised to see us. And I said to them, I didn't want to Melissa kept saying, I don't know if they want to hang with us. You keep like saying this, saying go here, go there. Well, anyway, they were like, we're going for breakfast, and we joined them. I didn't get out of the hotel. I did the show with Arnold as the special guest, and then I've done maybe 4, so probably like 5. I didn't get out of the hotel without 5 people coming up to me.
Well,
and saying something. We then got outside, and I got hit up by a couple more, and I was like, oh boy, I'm like a newbie on the ship show. And one person did say, oh, nice to meet you, but we sure miss Doodles. Like, okay. I said, I miss Doodles too. He's my friend. He's my buddy too. But Melissa was finally, the birds were like, oh my God. And Melissa's like, oh, he's loving it. And then we get all the way down to Jackson Square. And I met this lady came up and she goes, I hate to bother you, but is by chance your name Larry Baum? And I said, yes. I just went with it.
Someone's saying like, your Yeti mic is backwards. Well, it's not a Yeti mic. I know that for a fact, but I'm not sure what he means.
Wow. So I was like, I got approached by like 7 people in 10 minutes, and I was like, oh boy, these other big vloggers, they're going to be bombarded, but in a good way.
Lalita Loca just said it best when he said, people with the backhanded compliments, you've made it, Larry. You've made it. I got quite a few of those, right? But then, like, I don't know if you call it a backhanded compliment when somebody says, well, you're not really my cup of tea, but you seem kind of cool. Maybe I'll subscribe. Oh, for heaven's sakes alive.
We have a new subscriber.
Well, that's awesome. I think it was Antonia, right? Positive vibes. Listen, we got down on the dance floor. That's what I'm going to say. We got down. Positive vibes. We got down. And I think I surprised a lot of people.
Did you get a bunch of are you going to put a vlog together of your cruise?
Okay, well, I'm glad you asked that. Okay. And I wanted to give a shout out to my boy Mike. I thought I saw him. Oh, look. Well, look.
I see Al Clayco in the chat.
I see he's getting ready to go to bed.
He is the man I want to meet. I want to meet him, and I want to play golf with him.
Well, if you want to play golf with my dad, you better put your earplugs in, because he'll be using every cuss word in the book. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I played with you. I played with.
I'm kidding.
Does he throw his clubs?
No.
Okay.
I'm the biggest baby. But hey, real quick, the Naughty Cruiser, I saw him in here, and that's a guy that I met and kind of vibed with. He was sitting next to me on the stage for the Q&A, and I had never met him really. I mean, we had briefly spoken, but I don't know. I vibed with him right there on the stage. Like, he was kind of like, I'm not kidding. I was sitting on the stage, and I got called up by Josh Holcomb. He said, hey, you're going up there, right? And that was 3 minutes before, right? And I don't know. When the first question came to me, I swear to you, I was shaking. So, hey. I was shaking so bad. Hi, I love you too. That it was like becoming visible, so I had to hold the microphone on my chest just to keep it still. But then I just started like joking around with him, and I kind of settled down. So, and
he's Tony's neighbor, right?
Yep, Mr. Gormley, cool guy.
Very. Yeah, This is what I like. So
I did know I was going up there. I did. I did know I was going up there, but then I was a little confused, so I kind of lurked off in the distance. I did know, but then I just kind of like figured I wasn't. So then I just like all of a sudden I was, and then I really didn't think about it. It was fine. It was great.
So I would like to see a vlog. That's all I'm saying. I found
Oh my God,
during
Doodles.
COVID, I found your channel
Hey.
and I watch your family vlogs of your cruises, the Freedom. You did a short one on the Mariner, I remember.
Yep.
They were awesome. They were absolutely awesome. And that's why I started following the show then. Same with Jamie and Sharon. I started seeing all their trips and that. And I just hope you get back to doing, even if it's just one for the whole week, and like do a recap of the cruise.
Oh yes.
I think everybody would really like that.
Well, let me tell you something.
Your buddy Jamie beat you to that first one. He had a quick get one out there from day one.
Listen, I'll be the first to tell you. I'll bet he's got one coming out in the morning already. A new one, another one. But listen, he's a machine, and I've always known that. But I got to tell you, I'm glad you brought it up because, and by the way, Doodles, he said, I thought John and Josh were the same. Maybe energy-wise, but there's no way I could pull off what Josh pulled off last week. That is for certain. That guy is absolutely built to be a cruise director. I said it a million times during the cruise that he could have walked off that ship on Sunday at 8:00 onto any of the Royal Caribbean ships around and put whoever the cruise director was out of a job immediately. Like, sorry, I got this. Well, sorry, we'll see you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What about our cruise director from the Vista?
No, I'm not talking about Vista or Carnival. Listen, Josh could do it in Carnival too. Trust me. But I'm saying immediately any Royal Caribbean ship, he could do it. Now, that being said, there's like a lot of weird stuff. The cruise directors on Royal have to do like a lot of management stuff that I don't know the Carnival people do, but I'm speaking out of turn. All I know is that dude's a cruise director. He should be a cruise director, and that's all there is to it. You want to talk about working a crowd? That dude worked a crowd.
I saw when you did the Q&A and he had the microphone. He was awesome. He was really good.
Hey, listen,
really good.
Can I tell you another highlight of this? And I don't mean this to be like, big-headed, but it wasn't lost on me. Let me just say this. And Tony kind of picked up on it too, I think, or maybe not, but on the first day, the hosts were doing their Q&A, and I was the smiley guy, with the microphone. And I was running around, and they're doing their thing, and they say, okay, let's open the floor to questions, and I hold the microphone up. And I'm pretty sure it was the first question. Might have been the second. But they say, hey, Rooster, how many hats did you pack?
Oh my God, I saw your wall.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I'm like, this is not the right time for that question. But it
looked like about 35.
It was 38. It was 38. It was 38.
I saw your wall in your room. I was like, holy crap.
But I wore over 20. I wore over 20. But it wasn't the wrong question to ask. It was like, oh man, like I'm just supposed to be holding the mic and now you're asking me questions. But I responded to him later. But but then somebody asked the question, Tony, you have your daily punishment. You're on the yep, here comes John's ego. That's right. That's right. Praise me. Love me. Squeeze me. Hold me.
Wait, hold on a second.
Wait. I'm going to lose my train of thought.
Did you shave?
What?
Matt Bird, did you shave? Did Matt Bird shave his beard?
I heard tell that maybe there was some a lot of stuff left on the cutting room floor, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, did you see I poured myself a beer?
I did, in a Margaritaville glass.
Wait, you ready for this?
Oh, you're making a rooster. Listen, I did also want to say, Tony, they asked him, what's the punishment for the day? He said, if you don't like and subscribe, you will be forced to watch 24 hours of Bugoctober videos.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh. You know, because in my mind, and I mean this not in a bad way, but I'm very aware that, you know, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. So I'm picturing like people in the auditorium, like, oh great, this nincompoop's running around here with this microphone, and now, you know. But it was totally fine. It was funny actually. But one other thing I did want to mention, because it didn't come to mind right away, but another person that I was almost starstruck with. I mean, I was just like, oh my gosh, that's him. Was Brian Schultz. Like, I have interacted with him for so long. And, you know, I was saying he was the Kevin Brubaker before there was Kevin Brubaker. Didn't get to spend a lot of time with him. He, you know, he was around, but, you know, I was everywhere. John has tea, and it's in a cup. Oh, I got tea, but it's whiskey.
Did you see what our friend Jamie said about Matt Bird? When I said, did he shave? He said,
oh, that's what we were calling him all week. Call John drinking any whistling pig ride tonight. Okay. Yeah, no, we were calling him Yukon Cornelius.
I thought I heard a whistling pig.
Yes, you did. So one of the nights I was hanging out with AJ. I kept calling him Alfred. He didn't like it. It was AJ. And I said, you know, we hung out at several nights we hung out, but the one night when we were at Maltings, I said, what do you want? And I said, just trust me, you know, let's get something cool. So I said, give me the Whistle Pig Rye. Sounds good. We had it. We drank it. Delicious. Then
there it is, right there.
There it is. Well, we liked it so much, I ordered 3 more. And then I got a bill for $77. And I'm like, well, this is some crap.
It wasn't included. It wasn't included in your drink bag.
No. And then, of course, one is like, well, you should have told me. I could have put it on mine. If I'd have known it was going to be a charge, I'd have been like, hey, somebody help me out. But they got me good. And I just have to say, Lori, yes, I lost my voice. It's starting to come back. You should have heard me today when I was trying to record tonight's episode of Cruise Court is brought to you by, like, I actually had to use a pitch shifter to make my voice sound right. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And
so the Whistle Pig was the best drink you had on the ship?
Mm-hmm. I think, I don't know. AJ, what do you think? Was the Whistle Pig good or what?
Did they have 1792?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's Whistle Pig. 1792, man, that can't hold a candle to Whistle Pig, man.
Oh, I'm not saying it does, but I was just asking if they had it, though.
Yeah, I think I saw it. It was a pleasure finally meeting you guys. Sharon at Sea Travel, says Richard Vanden Arnd. Yeah, and you know, it was really cool, like, meeting all of these people that I mean, I could sit here and try and put it to words. I think, I mean, last week was such a surreal experience meeting so many people. And I'm not going to lie to you. I went into this cruise not knowing what to expect. I figured with that many people, it might be a bit of a cluster cluck. Cluck, C-L-U-K, cluck. But, I mean, I'm telling you, it was a well-oiled machine. It was so well organized. Now, I'm sure maybe they had hiccups along the way, but if they did, we didn't see them or we couldn't tell. It was bravo to all of them. It completely exceeded my expectations. And God bless my wife for allowing me the latitude to go out and kind of interact, because Stella wasn't a big fan of being recognized, which surprised me, but I guess it doesn't. And kind of had to put her in a little cocoon. And they do well by themselves. They certainly don't. Case in point, Stella said she wanted Starbucks. I said, all right, let's go to Starbucks. She said, no, thanks. And then she said, Mom, can you take me to Starbucks? I'm like, what the? And she's like, well, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute, AJ. But she goes, no, because you'll just keep stopping and talking to everybody. And I mean, it was true. There was a joke within our family that every time I would be like, hey, I'll go get us some waters. I'll be right back. And then it became, you won't be right back. You won't be right back. But God bless her for that. And she said, if you saw the video I posted in the Facebook group when my voice was gone and I was singing, she's like, okay, your birthday's over. Now it's time to move on to mine and we get to do whatever we want. So she kind of said, this is your birthday cruise. And that's what got me all choked up during the cruise at a different point when I didn't have internet. I finally got it. And she made a post saying, happy to be able to spend John's birthday doing the thing he loves the most. And it was a thing. It got me in the subcockles. It truly is. It truly was. And, we'll leave it at that. But another funny story. AJ Inglesby. Lalita Loca says it went pretty well, especially for the first time. Exactly. AJ Inglesby and I, and others, we were hanging out. But it was time to go. He's blind, him and his wife, and they had a really cool thing going with the Braille ducks, hiding the Braille ducks. But so I said, hey, you want me to take you back to the room? And so we walked back together, and I don't know if guide was the correct word, because that's not what I was. Because at one point we got to the hallway, and I'm like, oh, dang it, AJ. You picked the wrong guy to bring you back to your room. I took you the wrong way. And he goes, no, you didn't. We're here. And I'm like, I don't think so. And I'll be a suck egg mule if we weren't right there. And then after the Q&A where I was on the stage, I was walking him back, and we're sitting there talking, and he goes, you just walked past the elevators. And I'm like, we
cruised with them on the Mardi Gras, and they are amazing people. They are so fun, and they just do everything.
Yeah.
And we were on, I think we were still on, I think we were a sail away, and something happened, and I could not believe they knew who Melissa and I were when we were like 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And they are truly amazing people, and they are so much fun, and they don't want to be left out. They do everything. They want to be part of everything.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait to sail with them again.
Yeah.
You were very lucky to be with them.
Yep. That was my first time meeting him, and it was definitely a pleasure meeting him. Side note, I was truly great to meet all the vloggers and all of the Coop members. Absolutely. Diamond Dave is here. Gosh, Diamond Dave, I wish I would have seen your name in this chat like 3 weeks ago, because I'd have gone into I can't drive 55, but it ain't going to work tonight. Okay? I wish I could, but Diamond Dave, here's to you, buddy. I met so many stinking daggone freaking people. I can't even put my finger on it. I should probably just stop trying. Listen, at the end of the day, it was one of the most surreal, unexpected, and amazing weeks. seeing people I knew already. And oh, hey, I cannot leave this chat without saying this. Tony Jackson and Monroe Tarver. They need a show. They need something. Those two are the funniest people on the ship. I am telling you, I was rolling, and some of their posts, when he said, "Say hello to my little shoe," he found some little shoe like this big. I was dying. But then he did take two. He's like, "Hey, I found Woohoo Girl's shoe." Like, those two together.
Does
Abbott
Tony
and
Jackson
Costello
have energy? Does he have energy or what?
Yeah.
Tony Jackson has energy. He goes and goes. He could be a cruise director. And then you got Diane. I can't say enough about Larry and Diane. I consider them very good friends of ours. And we were so disappointed not to cruise with them New Year's Eve, but so happy to see them down in New Orleans. And we really loved surprising Diane. And she's like, "I can't believe that Larry's not acting that surprised." I said, "Well, I told him we were coming." She's like, "I'm going to kick his ass."
Well, listen, another thing. Oh, wait a minute. Wanda, thank you.
Cruising for food. Thank you for that super chat.
Thank you for the...
And you have to tell that story. Now you have to tell that story. You have to tell the cost story.
Thank you for that. I see, Wanda, you know my brain. My brain does not function well. When you say the cacaw story, there was quite a few of those. I'm sorry, you got to fill me in, and as soon as you give me a few hints, I'll catch on, I think. Good night, CMPJ519. Good night. I'm so sorry I missed your birthday cruise. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
So I have to say this. So once you've been on a group cruise, and you can't go on the next one.
Hold on, wait. Lalita Loca, you can crash out if you want, but you might not want to miss what's coming up here in about 10 minutes because you're about to get exposed, my friend. Exposed!
Tony's going to bed.
You're about to be exposed on YouTube in 10 minutes.
Tony, come on. Are you serious? It's Eastern time.
Listen,
you don't have to put a vlog out till like 10 tomorrow.
Listen, Tony, I was going to make a thumbnail for this video where it was just you dressed up like a judge with an arrow pointing to you where it says exposed, cruise judge exposed as phony. I knew it would get a crap load of views. That's what I was going to do. That was what I had messaged you about, sending you the thumbnail. But then I said, you know what? It's all right.
Tony, you can stay up a little longer for one time. Come on.
You know what?
Act like you're gambling. Act like you're at the craps.
You know what though?
Jamie.
That's right. If there's one thing I do know.
That?
Tony's okay with a thumbnail change, so we should talk. But anyway, hey, listen, for those of you who are still here, I'm going to shut this down very shortly. I know it's late. You do not have to watch if you don't want, but I am telling you that this video is coming out tonight because I have worked on it for freaking too long, and I need to get this monkey off my back because, like Larry said, and what I came to realize in the making of this, I learned so much making this video that I cannot wait to apply it to a vlog, because what I'm about to show on YouTube is nothing even close to a vlog. I don't even know what the heck you would call it. And quite frankly, I don't know what it is. Okay? I don't know what it is, but it is the craziest project I've ever done in my life. So if you're tired, I understand. But if you're not, please come watch, because I'm not waiting another second. And I'm not really concerned about the timing and the views. I'm concerned about putting it out. It's got to go. I've spent too much time. Larry, I'm so glad you showed up in New Orleans because you got me away from it because I was back on that freaking train in my hotel room when everyone was having fun. So God bless you for that.
I am not going to lie. When you told me that you were in New Orleans working on that video, that's when I realized this has got to get out and be done with.
Well, the plan selfishly was to release it before we left, but then hindsight, I'm glad I didn't. But you know what I'm really excited about, truly, is once this video's, now that I'm done editing it. I rushed the end of it, so if there's mistakes, don't care. It's done. It's over with. But now I'm going to do a deep dive not only into vlogs, because I got a lot of content. Maybe outdated, don't care. I want to apply my skills to footage that I've gotten. But the live stream that we got going, like we've been doing it, and Larry, you've been crushing it. But even like tonight, like we've got some issues to work out with the chat not working and the green screen and stuff, but we're going to figure that out. And we are going to, incorporate people like Trevor into the mix. He's got some spots coming in, other people as well. And I really want to kind of dial this in. And I'm glad that now, hey, you wait up, Tess. Tess, you know what? I missed you the last couple of days of the cruise. We were vibing. I feel like I didn't see Tess much towards the end, but me and Tess go back and forth on the live stream. But whenever we're together, Tess is she's my home girl. She's my home girl. But I'll show the video. Can I find a proper way to end the dang live stream first, Tess? I mean, come on. By the way, wait, real quick.
Right.
Those of you who were at Infinity Bay with me, there was a gentleman with us who, quite frankly, didn't affect my day negatively in any way. But there were a few things he said and did that, wait, what did I miss? Dang it, I want to tell the cacao story. Wanda, message me so I can see it. But there were a few things he did throughout the day that just kind of caught me off guard. And I was just like, he said he was with Roatan or Johan's tours, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know. And then he asked me for a tip, like, just please remember I work for tips. Brian. What's up, buddy? Thank you, my friend. Brian knows what that is, right? But something just didn't seem right. It didn't seem right. But I didn't say anything. But the last straw was when he tried to cram me on a bus that did not belong to me. And so today I reached out to Johan and I said, I'm just curious. Because this guy's reached out to me privately, trying to get me to build a website for him and stuff. So I reached out to him and I said, Johan, what do you know about this guy that was with us? Was he part of you or what was the story? Turns out he was a beach hustler. And he was like pretending to be our guide for the day. But quite frankly, if I'm being honest, he did a fabulous job.
Now that is funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, Arnold, because every time I left the spot, he always said to me, check your bag. And that kind of struck me as odd too. But anyway, it turns out the guy was just a beach hustler, but I'm telling you, he's the best beach hustler there ever was. And if I was back there, I mean, he basically called himself, he's our lawyer, our negotiator, and that's kind of what he did. But, other than that, he just kind of joked around with us, but still, listen, I guess it is kind of shady, but he didn't negatively impact my day at all. I'll tell you what negatively impacted my day, and those who were with me saw it. The first 2 hours, I'm sitting at the table while everyone's out on the beach having drinks, and I'm scanning T-Mobile assets on my phone for work.
Oh, God.
I was like, oh my God. And I was just like the inner, like, rooster, like the biggest rooster, razor blades on my claws were ready to come out, but I got through it. Rescue Me with Kimberly, funding for those throat lozenges. That is so nice of you. We appreciate it. What is this? Let me see. Here you go. This is for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. From the beach. But listen. See, when Wanda says poor John, right? I don't buy it, right? Like, she's probably like, oh, boo-hoo. You know what I mean? Because Wanda likes to bust my huevos, much like Brian Schultz does. So, you know, I can't trust the poor John because I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. But listen, this was kind of like watching your live and it seems something's not okay. Oh, wait. I don't know.
So
everything's A-okay here.
Thought. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, that was very nice. Super chat. Thank you for that.
It was just delayed a little bit.
Okay, so this is my closing thought. So we got to come down day before you guys cruised, saw a lot of people, had just a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of fun. And then still had a tremendous time. Melissa is the best traveler ever. We had so much fun. Then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But once you've been on a group cruise, it is really, really difficult. I mean, I don't mean any animosity, but it is really difficult to watch people have so much fun and not be part of it. And I wanted to be there in the worst way, but I just had it's the end of my hockey season with my 4 teams, and I just couldn't do it. But
yeah,
you guys were just having so much fun, and you want to be part of that in the worst way. And it's like it's hard. It is really hard. And Melissa's like, I can tell you're depressed that we're not on this cruise.
Oh well, yeah, like, we were depressed for you, man. And Brian Schultz. I know I'm talking on Facebook. You're you like to bust my balls. Let's not sugarcoat it. But I love you for that. That's why I said I was starstruck when I met you.
But the point I'm trying to make about these group cruises, and I've said it before, and I'll never stop saying it. It is such a diversity of people, and I have yet to be on one that everyone gets along. Everybody has a great time. Now, of course, people kind of do their own thing in that. But I was watching you guys and all the different things you were doing, and the Q&A things, and in the picture at Paradise Beach with so many people, and it's like it is really hard. It is really hard when you're not on one because you can see how much fun you're missing out on. And all I can say to anybody that has not gone on one, please do one. You will not be left out. Nobody has ever judged me, I don't think, but
you never know, Larry. You just never know when you're gonna get judged.
But it's the people that came up to me right off the bat that it's just an amazing feeling. And it's not like you want to be a celebrity. It's just the people that you meet and you become friends with. And like I said, we spent the entire day with the birds, the entire day. And it was So awesome. And during that time, I bet Melissa said to me 6 times, they may not want to be with you. And you're like forcing yourself on them. And then we hooked up with the Cries. The Cries were there, and we've been on cruises with.
Wait, is it the Cries? Because I've been calling them the Craze.
All right, they could be the Craze, Cries. I don't know, but it's like, and then we start talking about future cruises, and then the Bird said to us, because when we were on the Prima, I brought up, I think it was the cruise out of London. And they're like, we're thinking about it. And then they're like, hey, by the way, we're going on that cruise. And I was so happy. I was so happy that they were going and to be with them. And it's just an awesome feeling. And the cruise community is just, they're awesome people. They're awesome people. And it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone just gets along really well and has such a great time. I mean, yes, you'll kind of go off and do your own thing, but when you come back together, it's really hard not to be on one. And I was, when we got back home and Melissa was like, how depressed are you that we're not on this cruise now? Because with Melissa, Sunday to Tuesday was awesome, but Wednesday through you guys ended the cruise, I was like, okay, God, it's hard. I mean, I don't want to get any. I was so happy that everybody was having a great time and great experiences. And like when you guys didn't go to Belize and all of a sudden, that's the unexpected things. When something, a curveball comes to you and you knock it out of the park and you have such an amazing day. All I said, Tess said, she posted a video of 29 people in the hot tub. And I was like, well, I'm just hoping people get out of this hot tub and then come back in.
Well,
you know
somebody commented on a video of it and just said COVID. And I think Arnold had the perfect response when he said, listen, we spent 4 hours in the hot tub. Yeah. And nobody got out. So COVID was the least of our concerns. Lori, thank you. I dream of a world where vlogs come out within 1 year of a trip. Okay, low-hanging fruit. Art takes time, apparently. Happy birthday, John. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. And, this for you.
Because you do realize this is still your birthday week. Birthday.
And let's not forget, oh boy, come on now. And let's not forget Mel, Cash Addict Mel Stowe. Thanks for a great cruise. So fun hanging out with you and all the vloggers. Lalita Loca, he said, doing it by yourself is okay. Doing it with someone else is really good. But man, doing it with a group is mind-blowing. Tess says, bigger isn't always better. Okay. Well, in this case, for me, bigger was better. But I get what you're saying. And I mean, that could go turn into a whole nother side conversation. But I did want to acknowledge Mel.
Super chat. Excellent. Super chat. Super chat. Excellent. Super chat.
Oh, gosh.
Super
Close
chat.
it out. Okay, there we go. And then I'm pretty sure it's the Craze because they were crying when you said the Cries in the comments. But listen,
I'm sorry.
we got to shut this down.
I apologize to you guys. You're my best friends. You know that. She gave me all kinds of tips on my blood clot leg, which was
nice.
Super awesome. Yeah.
All right, listen. I've got to go put this video out. I got to get a monkey off my back. I think George Michael.
Let's do it.
I think George Michael said it best when he said, "Why don't you do it? Why don't you set this monkey free?" And I'm going to take George Michael's advice. And listen, I think I might be able to post the link here. I think I might be able to. I'm going to try right now. If it doesn't work, those of you who want to watch it, you'll find it. It'll give some kind of notification, hopefully. But there you go. There you go. Hey, Larry, next week I won't hijack everything you're trying to say.
No.
You're
all good, man.
I felt bad.
I have Here's the deal. I have 4 pages of questions for you about this cruise. And I barely scratched page 1.
All right. I can't tell you how excited I am. Not so much for whether or not you're going to like it, but I think you will. I think it's funny. I think it's unique. I don't think it's it's just different. And I've never ever worked on anything like this, so just to be done with it, I can't wait. And I will not sleep until it's out. So give me like 4 minutes. I'm going to premiere this son of a pup. If you want to come on over to YouTube, well, yeah, I'll publish the video. Listen, I will tell you this, Wanda. It's been so long since I've published one that I had to like think about it for a minute. And I don't even know how to do well, that's because I haven't finished yet, Kelly. I'll fix it. And it may change when I make it a premiere because I want to see live reactions. So please, if you can, just do me a favor. Stick around, watch this video. It ain't that long, for heaven's sakes. And, you might see your boy Larry up here as the most fabulous lawyer you've ever seen. You may see Arnold Kump as the best judge you've ever seen, and you might see Mr. Paul Atta as the true champion that he is.
What about our friend Jim?
And let's not forget about Walter Conkbite. There may even be a Nigel Billingsworth sighting, and I forgot to wear my Humphrey Bogart glasses in the Nigel Billingsworth clip, and I just said, screw it. I'm not doing it again. All right, listen. Go to YouTube, please. Just look for it. Would you just look for it? Look for it.
Yes, I will.
Look for it. How do I get out of the live stream? All right. Thank you, guys.
Good night, everyone.